Hello guys, recently I was in Coventry, okay, in the city centre, okay, and while I was there I looked in the window of a second-hand shop, okay. Now for those learning English, a second-hand shop is where you buy things that have been sold by other people because they don't want them anymore and they've been used, okay. So you do not buy brand new things generally from this type of shop, okay? It's a shop where people sell things they don't want anymore and then somebody else buys them, okay? And while I was there, in the shop window, I saw an 8 terabyte SSD. And it would cost £1,000. Now bear in mind, this is not even new, this is used. So I dread to think what the cost was when it was brand new. Also, there's another problem with SSDs, which many people who aren't technical don't realise, is that in some ways they're like batteries. They have a limited number of times that you can record on them, okay? Or change, or, record's not necessarily the correct word, write is the better word for it, okay? But if, for example, if you're recording video, whatever, okay, it can only be done so many times, and it is a finite number of times. So it's not as it's like a battery; it will eventually run out. Except it doesn't run out; just means after a certain number of times you can't record it again, and that is fixed. It's not like a hard disk where there is wear and tear. Where in theory you can write as many times as you like in theory, but in practice you can't because eventually it will wear out. But it's just a random amount of time that it will last. You cannot predict exactly how many times you can record on it or write to the hard disk, whereas with an SSD it has a fixed finite number of times that you can record and write to that SSD, record to and write to that SSD. After that it simply will not let you write again because of the technology. It's a limit of the technology basically. So bearing that in mind, even if you look after it really, really carefully, and to be honest, there's not a lot of maintenance you need to do with an SSD, although I did manage to actually destroy one once, just because, not physically even, but electronically, because I had a power pack for the power supply unit was faulty, and it kept switching on and off very, very fast, and apparently the SSD couldn't cope with that and it blew the SSD. It just didn't work anymore because of the the fault with the power supply unit. But the hard disk that was in it actually survived. This is for an old computer, okay? So SSDs aren't perfect, okay, but a lot of people like them because they're faster and they're good for if you want to put temporary files on, you're quite prepared to replace them every now and again. You don't just want anything permanent on, but you just want things to work quickly, then they're good for that, okay? So anyway, I'm going to show you an 8 terabyte SSD second hand in a shop window. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Carry on watching. Bye, but carry on watching.